Hello, my name's Kim. I'm a sepsis survivor. I was on holiday in Spain, having quite a nice time, and all of a sudden I started to feel a little bit unwell. I had a little bit of pain in my back on my left side, kidney area, and I thought, don't know, but I think maybe I've got a urine infection and it's gone to my kidney area. So I I kind of just left it that day, didn't really think too much of it, but then I started to feel quite unwell. I think a bit more unusually unwell and kind of gut instinct, I guess. I was shivering. I was really, really cold, but I just thought, oh, it's just because I'm not well. I'm shivering because I'm not well. I was severely breathless. I put that down to climate change and my asthma. I started to get slurred speech. I put that down to my medication that I take for my back because that can make me have slurred speech. I had no idea what was going on. I'd never heard of sepsis. I didn't know sepsis existed. I did know that septicemia can kill you. I'd heard of that, but I didn't know there were symptoms. So, because I started to feel unusually unwell, I thought something's not quite right here. I need to go and get it checked. So, because it's Spain and the doctors weren't brilliant in the local town, I decided to go to the nearest hospital. That was a waste of time. I went there and I said to them, dolor aquí, pointed here to my back. I should have said afterwards, creo infección, I think infection, or I believe infection. I didn't think to say that. So I now know I was already confused because I do know how to say it and I don't know why I didn't, but I know I didn't. I just thought, them being a hospital, they would see me looking unwell and they would do some more tests, and they didn't, other than x-ray my back and sent me away saying nothing's broken, no further tests, no medication, no nothing. So the next day I was feeling even worse. By this time I was shuffling to walk across the road. I remember that. I was really struggling and I was holding on to my husband to help me walk across. I don't remember really being in there, but my husband said, do you not remember the translator that was in there with another couple? She said, you look really ill. I said, oh, vaguely, I do now you've said that. Were we upstairs? And he said, yeah, but we couldn't be seen. They'd run out of time. We had to go back again in the afternoon. Obviously, time was being dragged out here. So we went back in the afternoon, and I must have been with it enough because I'd screenshot on my phone on iTranslate. I'd put, I think I have a urine infection, and I'd screenshot it because I know in town you can't get signal to translate. And at least I'd done that and I'd shown him. So he tested me and he said that I had a urine infection. And I don't remember this. This is what my husband's told me. I was then given an injection in my bottom and a prescription for antibiotics. We went to the local chemist. They didn't have any in stock. So they said, come back the next day. By 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm very lucky, I woke up and I felt like I was going to die. I woke my husband and I said, we need to get to hospital now. He took me to hospital. I was more or less immediately taken through and put into an induced coma. I was in that coma for 9 weeks. I woke up back in the UK. I was flown back after 6 weeks by my travel insurance to be woken up with my girl standing at the end of the bed saying, Mum, the doctor's coming in a minute. You need to have all your limbs amputated. They've gone black, they're dead. You need to have them amputated. I must have processed it quite quickly because the doctor came in and I just went, yeah, that's fine, just get them off. How soon can you do it? Because I couldn't even lift my arms off the bed. They were like they'd been super glued or strapped down. I couldn't lift them at all. I couldn't move them. I was moved within 2 weeks over to Bedford Hospital, had my amputations there, spent 3 months in bed there recovering because the arms were quite severe, where they'd had to debridle and take the skin off, the black skin, waiting for those to heal so I could go to rehab. I then went to rehab in Queen Mary's Hospital in Roehampton, and finally got home after 8 long months. So now I raise awareness of sepsis everywhere I go. I do videos, I post on TikTok, social media, I raise awareness, I do talks, I do everything I can to help with training at my local hospital and to educate everybody on sepsis. And please, please look out for the symptoms. Slurred speech or confusion, extreme shivering or muscle pain, severe breathlessness, it feels like you're going to die, and skin mottled or discoloured. I had all of those except for the skin by the time I got to hospital. My kidneys failed. I was on dialysis. I'm so lucky to have survived and be alive. Thanks for listening.